In this Procreate Dreams tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this cute animation with a flower. It looks like this, and then in the end I will show you how you can also add here some other animation from a different project, just like I added here those stars. So before you start, make sure to download my Procreate file with all the layers for this flower. And just so you know, if you would like to learn how to draw with me in Procreate, I have many step-by-step tutorials on my Patreon. I add there a new video every week. So with all that being said, grab your drawing tools and let's start. Let's make a new animation, so tap here on this plus, and we can pick here any option because we'll still adjust it in the settings in a second. So I'll just take this one, let's tap on empty, and now let's adjust it. So let's tap here on the name of this file. We can change the duration. Let's put it for 6 seconds. And we'll make this a size of A4. So over here we can put 2480. And here the height, we'll make it 3508. Also let's go here to the timeline and pick here loop. And now tap on done. Okay, let's import here our files. So let's go here to the plus and pick here files. Go to the place where you have saved my project and just pick it. Tap on open. And now we have here all the Procreate files. Now this is just one layer. We have to change it to how it was in Procreate. So let's tap and hold here and pick Convert Layers to Tracks. Now when you open the group, you can see we have here all the layers from Procreate. They are now in the group. We don't want it this way. We have to ungroup it. So let's tap and hold it here again and pick Ungroup. Now we have here just those layers separately. Okay, we'll start our animation with the leaves. So let's go here to layer number 10. We are going to make them wiggle a little bit. Let's take the playhead to the start. Let's tap on it and pick here move. Now pick here warp. We want this at the start and at the end of the animation to be exactly as it is, so we are just going to leave it as it is here. We just want to make sure that this frame here will be recorded. Let's do the same here for the end. So just tap here. And now you have here the same settings. Now let's go here to about 2 seconds. And we'll also add here the same keyframe. So let's tap here, move, warp, and now we can start adjusting this. So maybe I'll make the end go down a little bit like this. Maybe this middle can go up here a little bit. Just add here very small movements. Make sure you will not move here this end where it touches the stem. We want this to stay in the same place. Okay, so like this. So now when you try to play this, you can see it moves. Let's add one more keyframe in 4 seconds. So just tap over here. Tap again. And now let's adjust it. Now maybe we can make it go down. Maybe this was too much, we can undo this. Like this, the end can go over here. So just play with this a little bit and move it like that. Okay, let's play this and see how this looks. So it just moves like that. I like it. We can change here easing, so it's more like a natural flow. Let's tap and hold here on this warp line And now pick here Set All Easings. Let's pick Linear. Now you can play it, and this looks a little bit nicer, I think. We can do exactly the same thing to this leaf. So let's go to this layer over here. And again, at the start we can set the basic frame. So tap here and pick Move, Warp. Let's leave it like this. Now go to the end. We can just tap here again. And we have here exactly the same settings. So now let's add here keyframe at 2 seconds. Let's move it. Again, try not to move here the base of the leaf. I think this will be enough. Let's see. Okay, and now let's add one more keyframe at 4 seconds. So tap here and let's move this. Maybe like this will be enough. Let me see. Okay, I like it. So here again, we can tap here, hold it, set all easings, and pick Linear. So the leaves are already done. Now, we are going to animate the stem. So let's go to the layer of it, to the track with it. It's this one, layer number 1. And over here, we'll add here few moves too. I want the end of it to bend first this way, then go back to the middle, and then this way, and go back to the middle. So first, let's mark the middle parts. We'll have here the middle part at the start. Let's tap here, pick Move, and again we'll use the Warp option. So just leave it like this. Now here at the 3 seconds, we can do the same. So we can just tap here and tap again to mark it as it is. And now at the end, let's tap twice. So this will be also here just as it is. Now let's go here to 1.5 seconds. Let's tap here and we are going to move it. But first, so we can see better how we move this, we can maybe hide the head of the flower. We can just tap here on this layer and hide it, and here hide it. Okay, so now let's move this. This can be a little bit tricky. We have to move all of those points over here from the top to the left. So just grab one first on the left and move it over here like this. This will look crazy now, but that's okay, we can keep going. Like that, and the last one, and then you'll have the stem moved like this. Let's adjust it, make sure this looks nice. Okay. Okay. So you can see now, this goes to the left and goes back to the middle. So now we can add here keyframe at 4.5 seconds. Let's tap here. Tap again, and now let's move it to the right side in the same way. So first like this, then the next point, next one, and the last one. And now just make sure this looks nice, so keep adjusting those points. Okay, I think this looks good. So right away we can also set here the easings as linear. Let's tap here, tap and hold, set all easings and pick linear. Let's play this. Okay, I like how this looks, but now I see I have to adjust here this leaf, because over here, as you can see, we can see the base of the leaf. So I'll just go back to the leaf layer. It's this one. I'll go here to this frame. And I will just make sure it's not visible over here. So it kind of goes like this. Let's see. Maybe I'll still move this just a tiny bit. Okay, now this looks good. So now the stem and the leaves are animated. Let's move on and maybe we can draw a face on the flower. Let's bring back those layers, this one and this one. And to draw the face, we have to make a new track above the head of the flower, the middle part. So let's go to layer number 7, to this track, and let's make here a new track above it. I'll move the playhead here to the start. Now we can tap here on the plus and pick here track. So now we have here empty track on top of this. We're going to draw it. So to draw something in here, we have to go to the draw and paint mode. Let's tap over here. We can enter the flipbook mode. Let's swipe this down. And now let's draw. Let's pick the color. Let's take something dark, maybe like dark brown like this. And let's pick a brush. Let's go here to sketching and maybe we can take peppermint. So let's draw here eyes. You can draw any kind of shape of eyes you like. I will draw them like this, just in oval shapes. Okay. And I'll add here a small smile. So just like this. I'll make him smile more in the next frames. Also, in the next frame we are going to make him blink and he'll be blushing. So this is our first frame. Let's go to the second frame. And I would like to see where I had those first eyes. We have to change the onion skin settings. So let's tap here, pick show onion skin. And now you see your frame that was before. So now let's draw here eyes a little bit smaller, so they're getting closed. Like that. We can make the smile a little bit bigger. Okay. And now let's add here blush. So let's pick a color. Let's take something pink. Maybe something like this. And here I'll change the brush. For this I will pick here my siakulaart pencil. If you don't have it yet, you can download it with all my other free brushes from my website. It is linked in the description of this video. So I'll make your brush size 100% and I'll add here a small blush like that. Okay. Now let's go to the next frame. And we can start here with the blush. Let's make it way bigger, like this. Okay. And let's go back to the color for the eyes. Over here, change the brush back to the sketching brush, the peppermint. And here for the eyes, we can make them kind of closed and going downwards. So like this. Okay, and let's make the smile bigger. Okay, let's move on to the next frame. Let's make the eyes even more going downwards, like this. So he's really happy now. And the smile very big, like that. And the blush again. So let's pick the color. This one. Go back to the brush used for this. And make it very, very big, like this. We can play this, you can see how this looks now. We can close this, so just tap here. Let's zoom in over here. And you see you have here those 4 frames. It goes like this. But also, if we play this now, this is very quick. Too quick. Let's see again. Too quick, yes. So first we are going to make those frames last longer. We can just tap here on the first frame. Tap here on the right end, hold it, put your finger here and stretch it. Let's make it about here to like 4 frames. Let's do the same for the next one. Hold it, put your finger and stretch it. Now this one, hold it here, put your finger and stretch it. And the last one, hold, put your finger and stretch. Now we can play this, and this looks way nicer, I think now. Okay, so now this only lasts here not even 1 second. Let's loop this through the whole animation here. So first we have to group this. To do it, let's go here into this option, the timeline edit, and let's mark all those frames over here. Let's tap and hold here and pick here group. Now we can just duplicate this group a few times so it will go through the whole animation. So let's just tap and hold here and pick duplicate. Do it again, duplicate. And you can see that we have to do it a few more times. To make it now even faster, we can maybe just group this again. So let's swipe on those groups like this, and we can group the groups. So tap here and pick group. And now let's duplicate it. Tap and hold and pick duplicate. Tap and hold and pick duplicate. And that's enough, yes. So now we can play this, and you'll see it goes through the whole animation. Okay, so now we have to make the whole flower's head go with the stem, so rotate. To do it, we are going to group together the eyes, the middle of the flower, and the petals. But first we have here created 2 tracks we don't need, so we can just tap here and pick here delete track. Tap again on this one and delete track. Okay, let's group those elements. So we are in the timeline edit mode, and we can just circle around those elements like this. All of this is selected now, and we can tap and hold here and pick group. So now all of this is just one big element together, but when you open the group, you can still animate everything separately. So first we can start moving this like the stem. Let's add here a keyframe. Let's exit the timeline edit. And now we can tap on the group. Make sure you are tapping on the group, not on the tracks. Let's take the playhead. Let's tap here at the start of this. And before we do anything here, let's make sure that the anchor point of this whole element is in the middle. So to do it, we have to go here, tap on those 3 dots, and pick Edit Anchor. As you can see, the anchor is somewhere over here. So now if we rotate it, it would be rotating against this anchor point. We don't want this, we want this point to be in the middle. So place it somewhere over here. Okay, let's tap on Done. Now we want our flower to be in this position at the start, at the end, and also in the middle. So let's tap here and add the keyframe, tap on Move, and pick Move and Scale, and we'll just leave it as it is. Now let's go to the 3rd second. And we do the same. So we just tap here. We can actually go here, down here, and just tap here to create the same frame in this moment. And now let's do it here at the end. So just tap here. Now, just like our stem, we go here to the 1.5 second and add here frame. And now we can start moving this. So we have to move this over here, like that, and also rotate it so it goes together with the stem. So like this. You can see now. Maybe I will still rotate it a little bit more, like that, and place it more over here. Okay, and now let's go to the 4.5 seconds and add a keyframe over here. So now we have to move this to the right side and rotate it this way. So it will still look good here on this stem. Okay, let's see how this plays. So I would say it looks pretty nice. Let's also set easings on this animation here to linear. So let's just tap and hold over here on the line with the keyframes, pick set all easings and pick linear. Now let's play this and it will look nicer. If you want, you can still adjust it. You can go back to any of the frames and still fix it. Maybe I will still move this a little bit this way and rotate it just a little bit more. Okay. Okay, I like it now. Okay, let's make it more fun and we can add here color changing option to the petals. So let's go to the track of it. This one. Let's take the playhead to the start. And the start and the end, we want this to be in this red color. So let's tap here, add filter, and take HSB. So over here we just mark it as it is. It stays untouched. Let's do the same here for the end. So just double tap. And now let's go to the middle, to the 3 seconds. Let's tap again, and here we can change this to 0. Right away we can change this to linear. So set all easings and pick linear. Let's play. Now the petals are changing colors. I think this looks cute. To make this more dynamic, we can add here a rotation just to the petals. So let's do that. Let's tap here, go to the playhead and put it at the start. Let's tap on it so we can add here the action. Let's go to move and pick move and scale. We'll just mark here again the 3 points that will be the same. So now in the middle, let's mark it, double tap, and here at the end. Okay, so now let's go here to 1.5 seconds, add an action, and here we can rotate it. But first, make sure that we'll rotate it against the anchor point that will be in the middle of the head of the flower. So let's tap here, edit anchor, and you can see this is not in the middle of the head. Let's move it over here. Tap on done. And now let's rotate it. So I'll rotate it just a little bit, maybe like this. Now we can add the frame here at 4.5 seconds. So tap here, tap again, and now let's rotate it a little bit more this way. Okay, and let's also set here all easings to linear. So just tap here in between the frames, set all easings, and pick linear. Let's play this. And now the petals are rotating on their own. Okay, so now this animation is finished. If you like it like this, you can keep it, but I thought it would be nice still to add here some popping stars. I made some animated stars in my previous Procreate Dreams video on YouTube. So if you like to add them, you can go ahead over there and make your stars animation too. And then let's import it over here. So to do it, let's go here to the top. Over here. We can go here to the track that's above. Let's put the playhead at the start. And first I'll go back to my theater and just save the file with the stars, because I don't think I have done it before. So I'll just go here quickly. Go here to this star. I have here just one star. And I'll tap here on the name, share, and share it as Procreate Dreams. We can save it. And now let's go back to our flower and edit. So tap here on the plus, pick files, go and find where you saved your animation and open it. So I have here my star already like this. I can make it smaller and move it maybe over here. Like this. And you can see it's like that now. I'm going to adjust it. I'll just move it maybe so it doesn't start right at the start of the animation. So I can just hold it and move it. And now we can duplicate this track. So let's tap and hold here, go to track options and pick duplicate. Now we have here another track with the same star. We can tap on it and we can move it, maybe somewhere over here. We can make it maybe smaller even, like that. And I will move it so it doesn't start at the same moment. Maybe I'll move it over here. And I'm going to duplicate it again. So I will tap and hold over here, pick track options, and duplicate. I'll move it further away, maybe over here. And I can move it maybe somewhere over here. And make this one bigger. Let's see. Okay, and maybe actually I will still move them. Maybe I'll move this one over here, this one over here, and this one over here. And let's see. I'll still add here one more. I will duplicate this track. I'll tap here, pick track options and duplicate. And I will move this still further away like this. And I'm going to move it. I'll tap here and I'll make it pop over here somewhere. Maybe like this. I'll make it smaller and I will rotate it. Well, maybe actually I don't like this position. I'll move it higher here so it doesn't go on the flower. Okay, I like it this way. So this animation is finished. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you can share your animation with me on Instagram. I would love to see it. And if you'd like to learn how to draw with me more in Procreate, you can check out my Patreon. I have many step-by-step tutorials over there. Link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!